And then that happens. You know what scares me about that? You know what really scares me about that? He didn't have a health meter. The scouter has failed me. This is the weakest of them, isn't he? This is the weakest form. This is but a mere child. I thought he was dead. I thought he was done. Never. He will never be done. Ever. He will keep coming back. Stop getting blocked. Darn, that was the last one too. I thought he was done. What a fool. Did I say that my date with destiny would be glorious? Did I say that? Well, I should stop going on blind dates, because that was not destiny. I just looked into the eyes of Medusa. Well then. He fired a death laser at me. He fired his omega beams at me. Did you see that? I looked right into his cold, black eyes. He didn't have pupils. He didn't have irises. I just looked into his eyes, and they were black. You know why? Because they weren't eyes. They were burnt oatmeal. He doesn't have eyes. His insides are nothing but oatmeal. Burnt oatmeal. I thought I was burning him. He was already born burnt. He is a befouled box of Solgren. I must apologize to the Solgren Foundation, company, whatever, because normal boxes of Solgren are filled with compassion, but this is the one that got away. This is the one that they were never meant to allow to live. But unfortunately for them, they made a terrible mistake. They made an awful mistake. But I'm here to correct it. You! Well then. How do I dodge his Omega Beam? You know what? I have a question. How the heck am I going to dodge all that stuff if there's platforms? Do I hold the down button to go through the platforms? If I have to jump off of those platforms, that's not going to happen. Solgren. Soulman. Solgren. The man, not the box. Solgren. Is your favorite color green? I'm just assuming. Is your favorite color green? Or what? What is your deal? He didn't shoot anything and he wasn't hitting the platform. Patch it! That was the easiest pattern ever. Well then, it took me 1,000 something deaths. I didn't see the deaths. I think it was like 1,005 or something. It took me 1,005 things to get to the next phase. Excuse me, by the way, for thinking that, okay, so we have to ascend. Alright. Fair enough. Do we keep climbing higher, or do we start to plummet into the bowels of Tartarus itself? Is that where we're gonna go? I don't want to go there. But then again, I think I'm already there. Sonic, I hate you. I'm going to banish you. I will never harbor any love for you within my breast. Never. I don't care what you do to me. I will always be on Robotnik's side. I don't care what he does. Because nothing he could do could be worse than pledging your allegiance to this god. But, thankfully, we have a demigod to challenge it. We're having Hercules challenge Zeus, essentially. You can tell I'm starting to get into a melodramatic mood when I start breaking out all the Greek mythology terms. Because I, quite frankly, love Greek mythology, and I studied it in a couple different high schools. Well, not a couple different high schools, a couple different high school classes. I took a specific class that was a little bit advanced. Pretty much the only class that I was really in an advanced class was English, or writing, I guess you'd say. It was a little bit more about writing essays and such, and than actually reading, even though we did read quite a lot. We read Dante's Inferno, but it was really lame because the teacher was retiring that year, so he was really lax, and we never actually got to finish it. We had just gotten to the part where Dante and Virgil climbed out of hell on Satan's legs. Yeah, they actually did that. But I never actually got to see whether or not he got to talk to God. I assume he did, but I don't know what God said to him. And funny thing about Dante is he actually put the Pope of that time, one of the Pope he did not really care for and thought was pretty darn corrupt. Oh, God. He actually put the Pope in the, I think it was the 5th layer of hell. So that's pretty funny. And the Pope was so mad about it that he basically said, okay, here's the deal. You can either go to jail for the rest of your life, we can kill you, or you can be exiled from your hometown of Venice. I think it was Venice. Maybe it was Florence. It was, what was it? It was one of those places. Hawkeye would know, because he's from Italy. So, yeah, Hawkeye, if you're watching, was it Florence or was it Venice that Dante got expelled from? I can't remember at this junction. But, yeah, so I really enjoyed Dante's Inferno, and not just for the whole Circle of Hell punishments thing, but for the actual story structure itself. It was very good. Oh, wow! The only bullet he shot... Oh, God. The only bullet that he shot ends up hitting me right in the back. Et tu, Brutus? Brute, even? And actually, that's funny that I should bring that up, because Brutus was actually one of the 3 people that get the worst punishment in Dante's Hell. Cassius, Brutus, and Judas all are getting chewed on, if you believe Dante's Inferno. They're all getting chewed on right now by Satan. Not all in one mouth. Satan apparently has 3 faces, and, you know, Brutus is getting chewed on by one, then Cassius is getting chewed on by another, and Judas has it the worst because he's actually head first in Satan's mouth getting chewed on. So that's pretty lame. Well, they did kill their emperor / savior, so But personally, I don't think anybody should be punished forever. That was one thing that I always kind of got miffed about in the whole heaven-hell Catholicism kind of thing, is that if you did something wrong, you get punished forever for it, and I don't really think that's... I don't know, something about that irks me. I mean, forever. That says it you will never not be getting punished for something that you did, essentially. And I'll admit, there are some people that are so bad that they should be punished for a very long time, like 1,000,000 years or something, but forever? That's just something that's difficult for me to wrap my head around. I don't know, maybe I'm just a little bit too compassionate of a person, but the magnitude of forever really sticks with me. Okay, here we go. Yeah, look, I thought he fell down, but look, he burns and then he flies up. So we gotta chase him. We can't allow him to live. Oh! Okay. So that's different. Poop. I will not be cutting this out, by the way. Now that I know exactly how to get past Sonic, I will not be cutting this out. Are you crazy? Well, now. Now we know exactly what, well, somewhat of what lies ahead. The first letter has been carved into my existence, and that first letter is B. Well, now let's see if we can go get the rest of the Boshy. That sucks you can't hit him when he's ghosty. He has not spawned on top of me in a long time. Really? Look at that! He's got one hit left on him! He's got one hit left on him! Look at that! Look, 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 look. I hate that. That's gonna happen. Even though the scouter won't be there to tell me. Patch it, by the way. Oh god, how many hits could he have on him? Wow, what the heck? I mean, I'm not even really thinking about spamming him, and I got him down to 26 hits. What? I hate you, Sonic. Okay. Well, I am certainly glad that the whole Sonic thing got, you know, figured out. Although I just know there's going to be some people out there that are going to be like, oh my god, Gunslinger, you must have looked it up. Nope. I would never do that, because I'm a man of my word. And if anybody gives me advice, which nobody has, thank you very much. If anybody gives me any kind of advice, which you know what? Forget you, Merg. Forget you, Merg. I will never take advice from you, ever. Your advice credit has been redeemed. And you know what? Here's my advice for you. Here's my advice to you, Merg. I'll give you a freebie. My freebie advice. Give me a second here, guys. I need to think of this. It needs to be sage wisdom. Sage level wisdom. Aha! I've got it. Here's my advice to you, Merg. This is the one piece of advice that I will give to you. One of which, knowledge that you probably already know, but I'm going to reinforce it. And this actually can be given to all of you. Every single one of you who's watching this now. I have some advice for all of you. If there was ever a piece of advice that I could give you guys, it's going to be this. If I died tomorrow, this would be the one piece of advice that I would want you all to know. My one piece of advice. You can believe in me. You can believe in me. Solgren, on the other hand, represents chaos. An orderly chaos. Have you guys ever watched Panty and Stalking? That one particular anime. You're the devil. With your fancy suit and your rules. Your rules! But yes, I know your rules, even though sometimes you tend to bend them a little bit with Sonic. But I thought I was the god of spam? How funny. You, my friend, are quite impressive with how much you can spam. Yes, Merg, I don't know exactly if that's how you were gonna tell me how to... A, 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 B, C, D, E, F, G. Ah! Yes, 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 I know, I'm doing this, I'm doing something crazy. You can't ring right now. I said shut up! Do you know what I'm doing? Shut up, shut up, shut up. Shut up! Shut up! It shuts up when I die. Why?